All right, everybody. I'm here with PURP, who got top 8 in the first Parallel League Open of Season 2. Congratulations on your top 8, PURP. We're going to be going over your Aetio list, which was a huge hit. Got a lot of people talking about it. I'm very excited to go over this list. Yeah, let's take it away.
Yeah, thank you, man. I really like the Aetio list. It went 2-0. Unfortunately, I couldn't do more with it, but it did very well for me. Let's start with the one drops. It's basically the standard Aetio package. I decided to not play Gunslinger. Usually Aetio players like to play Gunslinger, but I wanted to keep it to as many clones as possible, especially because I also run the Researchers. So that's like the first non-standard card we have in the list, the Rummaging Researcher. One of my favorite cards, one of the strongest cards in the format, for sure. It does two things. First of all, it reveals cards, and the second thing, it's card draw. And card draw is almost the same as mill in Aetio. You just want to get rid of your deck, right? So drawing more is good. And the Researcher ties together with the main attraction of the deck, the allocated provisions. I think I have to explain this first because this is the main combo. Yeah. So now that allocated provision costs 0, it's actually not a loss of tempo anymore to play it. So you can drop Researcher on 3, drop the allocated provisions right away, conceal one card again, and then next turn conceal the other card, so everything is concealed again. And then you can either reveal stuff with Tabula, or you can reveal stuff with the next cool card on the list, which is Radiant Legion. And that's basically the main combo, because Radiant Legion is a super strong card. It spawns, well, up to 10 clones if you have a full bank, which can be kind of insane in Aetio, because you can also pair it with the Ancient Subjugate. And if you do that, your deck will probably be empty. It will go very fast. So that's one of the combos I like to do. I guess most of the cards are pretty standard aside from these. Maybe the two take it or leave it are a little bit different. Usually people might play no snitchings. I decided against it because of the nerf mostly, and because having an early triumph can be like super good, especially in Aetio, because you fill up your waste so quick. If you can do triumph on turn 4, it's such a strong position. You like fill up a board and you mostly win from that point.
That makes a lot of sense.
So that's why the 2 points. Yeah, 3 is too much, by the way. I tried 3. I wanted to do 3, but you brick. You tend to brick with 3 coins. So I think 2 is the sweet spot.
Can we go over the Meritus?
Exactly. Yeah, bro. I think Meritus is insanely strong right now, because you can do so many things with it, right? You can make it another Ancient Subjugate with better stats. You could make it a Master Poisoner, which is also very handy. You could possibly make it a Scanner Probe just to do some damage with better stats again. Yeah, I think Maritus is a must include now in almost every Qatari deck. It's just insane at 3 cost. I guess that leads me to the other thing. Scanner Probe is there for one simple reason, and that is that it gives Aetio Battle Ready. And I don't know if everyone knows this, but if Aetio has Battle Ready, it can attack twice, right? It attacks with the muster, and then you can still attack with it on the board. And this is actually very relevant against Shroud mostly, because they banish all your stuff. So sometimes you don't have enough to actually finish them with the Aetio. Like milling the deck is not that hard, but finishing them is like harder. So that's why the Battle Ready is very important.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Quick Aetio lesson with the Scanner Probe, yeah.
What about the Kalar? Did you end up using it?
Oh, Kalar's actually, I had a discussion with Lamby about this, and he said he would like to replace that one with a Drusian. But I think Kalar is actually good because you're not really looking to win the game, right? From damage. You're mostly looking to stall and gain like keep control of the board. So sometimes if there's something big you have to remove, I think I do like the Kalar. It's probably the first card to go if I have to cut something, but at the same time I do really like it. It was a tight list for spots. I even had to cut one Cunning Scipion, which usually I think you play 3 in.
Yeah, it looks like a very tight list. Were there any changes that you think you would make going back and looking at this list, or were you happy with how it was?
Yeah, so Lamby got me thinking about the Drusian, right? So maybe I'll put one Drusian just for flexibility. Because the Drusian pairs really well with the Radiant Legion, and I played 3 of those.
Yeah.
And obviously with the allocated provisions, you can reuse the legions. You can literally drop one at 5 for full, and then at 6 you just do it again, which can be kind of insane. Like drop 5 extra units on 5 and then 6 on 6. That's a lot of clones, right? That's like, it's hard to deal with.
That makes a lot of sense.
So Drusian could lead to like early wins. So maybe one Drusian. I think one would be enough, because you can also get it back with what's it called, Meritus.
Tabula. Oh, Meritus too. Yeah, both
or
of those.
Tabula. Yeah, you can get it from everywhere.
Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense. Like the allocated provisions, normally something that's really ignored in other decks outside of like Earthen, Yeah, pretty much earthen. Like the inclusion of
Pretty
it
much Earthen.
was very powerful, and it showed a lot. Like using it with the rummaging researchers, and then using it with the Radiant Legion. These cards that normally the downside is you're revealing, is now you're turning that into a strength because you play the relic and you're naturally just concealing as you go. So I really liked the list. I thought it was very, very creative. Do you have any last words on it before we close up?
Oh yeah, I had to say one more thing because I didn't even mention this.
Yeah.
But the whole reason why supply caches are so good in Aetio is that they actually activate when you mill them. So
Oh,
that's the whole thing. That was
yeah.
actually the whole point why I've been wanting to do this for like a long time. I've been wanting to put allocated provision in Aetio for since I saw the card actually, but it never worked because it cost one and you just lose tempo and then you lose the game.
Yeah.
But so when you, for instance, you just play Triumph, right? You mill two, but instead of units, you just mill some supply cache. You just draw two extra cards.
That's
So in a
crazy.
sense, it's the same as milling, but you get hand advantage too, like card advantage. So that's the yeah, that was the inspiration for this deck.
No, that's
Milling
very
supply
cool.
caches.
Very something that you wouldn't see, like a very nuanced idea coming into effect, and like it's kind of in the background, but when it works, it gives you so much advantage. We did see that I think a few times in the tournament with your match that was on stream, but
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
something you can easily ignore if you're not like really paying attention. Dude, all right, Perp. Thank you so much for this list. I think this one will definitely make rounds. This one was very, very cool.